Bullet hells are a specific type of shoot-'em-up games. You have to dodge a large number of smaller bullets at once. Taking on multiple small things instead of one large thing is my specialty. Let's play a few bullet hells. Considering how superstitious jocks can be, every game they play should be called Curse Ball. The game has a top-down perspective. You can move in 8 directions and jump. It's one of those 2D games that feel like they're 3D. The goal is pretty simple. Touch the ball enough times to finish the level. You can walk into it or jump on it. You can chase the ball or wait for it to come to you. You're on a time limit, so don't do the latter for too long. When you finish a set of levels, you can choose the next one. The pictures hint at what kind of levels they are, but you'll only know for sure when you choose one. The Wheel of Curses decides what your next obstacle will be. You can choose when it stops, but considering how fast it is, it might as well be random. Individually, the curses are manageable, but you get new ones between sets of levels. They will quickly accumulate. This game does not start out as a bullet hell, it grows into one. Weird choice of words, I know. Hit points carry over from level to level. The game isn't very generous with recovery. Considering how quickly you respawn, you can lose hit points without even noticing. If you fail to touch the ball before the time runs out, it's instant game over. You have to go back to the start. As you might have guessed, paying attention to multiple curses at once is pretty hard. Even without them, the platforms can be tricky. It's so easy to fall into a pit. You can't always wait for the ball to reach a safe area. You have to throw yourself into danger sometimes. The game is difficult but fair. I always feel like I have enough time to reach the ball. I lost because of me. When you touch the ball, you get a double jump. It's pretty handy. Curse Ball is very replayable. In every run, you can try out new levels and curses. The first set of levels has little to no variety though. I can't decide if it's a slog or a fun little warm-up. As you keep playing the game, you'll unlock new color schemes. They add even more variety. The character designs are enjoyable as well. A perfect mixture of cute and creepy. If you can handle a challenge, check out Curse Ball. Have fun with all the possibilities. I never played an official Castlevania game, but I kinda want to make a video about the ones on itch.io. Project for another day. A villain called Visconte Dracula raised an army of monsters and you have to fight them. You're not exactly dodging bullets, but the game is interesting to talk about and it has the bullet hell tag, so I'll bend the rules. Collect gems to gain experience and levels. Once you level up, you can pick an upgrade. You can add a new attack or strengthen the ones you already have. The attacks come out automatically. Some of them are fired off in the direction you're walking in, and some of them function entirely on their own. It's hard to walk away and attack at the same time, but it can be done with good timing. For the most part, attacks are not brainless. You need to be smart to use them to their full potential. Your arsenal can consist of many weaker attacks or fewer stronger ones. It all depends on which upgrades you choose. Coins are used to buy permanent upgrades and new characters. They all have unique starter weapons and passive effects. The protagonist isn't very fast, but neither are the enemies. Avoiding them is a fair challenge. Like I said before, you need to collect gems if you want experience. Enemies need to be defeated or lured away. Fortunately, the items on the ground don't disappear. You can take your time collecting them. Granted, permanent items could cause lag if they accumulate too much, but there is no perfect solution. I should let you know that I am playing a demo that's no longer being updated. This game has a full version on Steam. It costs money, so I haven't tried it, but I'm assuming the clunkier parts are not present. As the game goes on, the enemies become tougher and more numerous. Most of them just approach you, but there are some standouts. The bat swarm is big and fast, but it gives you enough time to get away. Flowers spawn in a circle around you. They have a lot of health and they slowly take away your space. Once you deal enough damage, they will all disappear. That's always a relief. The game's visuals are nothing special, but there are some details that I like. For example, the raining gems on the level up screen. I don't know why there's a praying mantis among the Halloween monsters, but it fits. A lot of people are scared of giant bugs. I've only played the demo version of Vampire Survivors, but it's pretty generous when it comes to content. It makes a good sales pitch. Sometimes I try to guess people's age based on the things they're referencing. I probably shouldn't do that. You know those times when you have to get rid of unnecessary files on your computer because you need to make space? Someone made a game about it. It's not the first time I reviewed a game about using a computer. I can see the developer's thought process. Looking for programs to delete can feel like a game. You're playing as a cursor. You're as fast and mobile as you can be in a video game. The enemies scale accordingly. Their bullets are fast and numerous. They cannot kill the cursor, they can only slow it down. Slowing down isn't as harmless as it sounds. As you play, the computer keeps downloading more data. You need to keep making space for it. If the computer overloads, it's game over. The bullets stay on the screen even after an enemy is defeated. I don't want to admit how many times I got stunned by a dead enemy. As you play the game, small windows will pop up. It wouldn't be a computer simulator without them. They will obscure your vision and prevent you from clicking on whatever is behind. The windows come from several sources. The computer will make one when it downloads a file. Enemies can also create them. They have all kinds of tricks up their sleeves. When you finish a level, you can choose between two upgrades. Make yourself stronger or make the game more forgiving. The trail is the most interesting one. Transparent cursors follow you and click when you click. You can cover a wider area, but you need to keep moving. It's not as straightforward as deal more damage. Despite the silly premise, the art style leans closer to realistic. Everything looks like something you could find on a computer. I might be stating the obvious, but I have played games that try to make the computer screen more cartoony. The music makes me feel like an agent on a mission. The game tried to make me take it seriously and it succeeded. The in-universe consequences for failure are pretty mild, but I feel like someone's life is on a line. Or maybe I'm just being melodramatic. If you like it when mundane tasks are turned into video games, check out Lose 95. As you can see, this is another demo. I can't believe nobody called me a cheapskate so far. The game starts with you hiding in a bunker. You can get a feel for movement and shooting. Once you go up, you start fighting off an army of zombies. Your main weapon is your gun. Fire it with the left mouse button. The right mouse button is for the super. It's a much stronger attack that needs to recharge. It has a finite number of uses. Once you collect enough XP, you can choose between several upgrades. You can get a new attack or power up one that you already have. When you pick one, the enemies close to you will get knocked away. That's pretty handy. Your goal is to survive for 500 seconds. It sounds less intimidating if I say 8.33 minutes. Either way, it's easier said than done. The game can make you feel claustrophobic. There are many types of enemies, but most of them boil down to fast but fragile and slow but sturdy. The former is the most immediate threat. They are the hardest to get away from, so you'll take them out first. However, the tanks will keep on coming. Before you know it, they'll fill up the screen and box you in. Experience points have to be manually collected or they'll disappear. That's a whole other layer of difficulty. Fortunately, the upgrades are pretty useful. I feel much stronger after each one. You're not limited to just increasing your damage or firing speed. You can set traps, slow enemies down, burn them, etc. Going from being scared of zombies to mowing them down easily is very satisfying. I don't know how good they are compared to other upgrades, but the summons are a lot of fun. I have my own army. The enemies have a red outline while you, your attacks and your allies have a white one. Considering how chaotic the battlefield can get, that's very helpful. I always know who's who. I don't know why the game is called Bullet Bunny though. The protagonist looks more like a mouse. Whatever they are, I like how they're animated. Their head bobbing up and down is fun to watch. Aside from the zombie bunnies, the enemies look pretty freaky. They contrast well against the protagonist. If you like zombie games, play Bullet Bunny. It's much more fun than an actual zombie apocalypse. That's all of them. Despite the genre having hell in its name, I had a good time playing these games. If you want the good times to continue, give me your suggestions for future videos. Thanks for watching. I hope I brightened your day.